As we found ourselves in Neoproxima, we're in a bit of a time loop situation, and it seems like our time frame is roughly a day. It doesn't seem to be exactly bound by a strict time, so much as when our character tries to go to sleep, they shift timelines or go back in time or something like that, which is not good because we start the day hungover and we're not getting any sleep. So we're kind of having some inklings that this is taking its toll on our character mentally. So hopefully things don't deteriorate too bad. We managed to find one. It seems like there's like 5 keys we gotta find. We started with one, the thing that appears to have put us in our time situation. We got a second one by braving this terrifying forest. We found a lead on a second one where we ended off last time with Ivan, their whole team being moited. So you're continuing into that loop. Now it's unclear if we can get to it without Ivan's team, because I believe Ivan's team had a bomb and they blew a hole down into the place. So we're going to try going there without Ivan and seeing if there's any difference. We'll see how well I can remember the voices I gave each character. Hasn't been too many different characters, so I think we're pretty good. Okay. Okay, we've already seen all this. Okay, so we are with Chen. Oh. Ivan and my friend's death pursue me. I don't know how it ended for Duncan. I don't have the heart to stay with them. I just hope I fell asleep fast enough to prevent any unnecessary suffering. Chen probably has an idea of what happened just by looking at me. We avoid the subject. We never really declared it taboo, but we quickly realized that there was no point in discussing it. The death may be temporary, but the pain involved stays with you. I get up and we start cleaning our table. We need to move. We need to get out of this time loop. We're gonna eat. Okay. Let's strong arm. Oh, right. It seems like we've gotten everything we need from strong arm. We can't really even tell him about the issues, which is weird. To get to the place, we're going to need a quantum compass. No. Yes. And then let's take an enhanced torch, because I think it was pretty dark in there. And then we'll obviously need our computer stuff. All right. What do you think of Ivan? What do you mean, what do I think of him? I mean, it's something weird. It's like I like him now. Pretty sure I did not like him before. Well, yes, of course, Damn it. The hell is happening? I have memories of us drinking and eating with him. I got them too. It's like my memory is getting rewritten. Again. Disabling the lockdown must have changed something. We need to go back there. Into the black building. Wait. Several Soviet trucks? But Ivan exploded. We didn't save Ivan. Oh. Oh. Oh, was Ivan sabotaged by another Soviet expedition? Oh, fuck. And because he exploded, they went in on this place? What the hell are they doing here? Wait. But we let Ivan explode. Why is Ivan's vehicle here? Huh? Go down the hall. The doors. Ooh. The first time we get a good look at the hall content. Gigantic geometric shapes with sharp edges, seemingly hanging high above our heads. Cubes, tetrahedrons, octahedrons. The rubbles littering the floor probably come from some of them, partially destroyed when the tree hit the building. Some shapes stopped floating altogether and came crashing into the floor 20 meters below. They formed huge piles of dead particles, forcing regular detours. But the remaining ones powered on, each of their side displaying dots of light, partially eclipsing the mushroom's more subtle light. The empty space between the shapes did not light up, keeping a deep black color, making the fact that the structure goes down and curves on itself even more apparent. We stop under one of the massive shapes, bigger and more complex than the others. It has 20 sides, making it what, a icosahedron? A damn D20? Once met some hippies playing a brand new game at Simone's that use these oddly shaped dice. Space and Dragons? Something like that. Yeah, Space and Dragons. Makes sense. They invited us to play. I remember Chen being surprised to see Duncan enjoying the game so much. I smile at the thought. Some memories seem to hold still. The big dice is probably more than 5 meters wide, and several visible sides have been damaged. That's part of Orion's Cygnus. Jen points to one of the dice's faces. I can't see her eyes clearly, but her excitement is visible. She's right. What I thought were merely subtle lights are stars, each of the face of the shape showing a distinct view of the night sky. I look around at the long, dark corridor, sinking slowly into the depths of the planet. The walls and ceiling are covered with stars, like a colossal planetarium. Jen pulls me out of my trance. I'm almost certain that's the Milky Way. Well, Neoproxima is inside the Milky Way, right? It's beautiful, but not really surprising. Fascination or respect for astronomy is a common trait of most civilizations. Yes, but look at the green dots, the brighter ones. I squint. Yeah, she is right. There are at least 2 green dots. Alright, I see them. What's the big deal? It's going to sound crazy, I know, but I'm almost certain that one of those dots is Earth. Wait, how? Equal to herself, she continues. When we trained before descending here, I remember checking a picture from NASA, showing Earth as seen from Neoproxima. I turn around, checking the closest shapes for green dots. I count several on every one of them. So you think that means... Could be. Can't know for sure, but that's a hell of a coincidence. Jen finds a big chunk of rock to sit on, her eyes darting from one shape to the other. There are thousands, tens of thousands of them. I guess we have an answer for Monsieur Fermi. The Fermi paradox. Where is everybody? That's what Mr. Fermi asked, fellow physicist, in the summer of 1950, puzzled by the lack of conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial life. Sadly, the brilliant man never had the chance to see the answer to his question. He died 8 years before the first UFOs crashed on Earth. I settle next to her. We stay silent for a while, looking at the ceiling, lost in our thoughts. Not being alone in the universe is one thing. Realizing we have so many neighbors and access to their postal addresses is something else. We end up moving towards the doors, a strange feeling growing inside of me. A blend of fear and excitement. Due to the building's curvature, we hear their voices before we can see them. Soviets. And also, a slug cat. It seems to be squonking. Welcome on by, Iced. I hope you're all having a good evening. The doors are wide open. Their interface shines blue, indicating lockdown was lifted, but hanging tarps prevent us from seeing inside. Two soldiers stand guard next to them. The scene is brightly lit, thanks to the 3 spotlights powered by the generator outside. I guess the Soviets are loud drinkers, you know? I suppose research deserves a nice tall glass of vodka. How many games exist that are textures based like this? What do you mean, textures based like this? Also, welcome on by, Dreamer. I hope you're having a good evening. Are you talking about... Oh, just like, are you talking about like how many visual novels I have locked and loaded? Oh, thank you for your head pats. They do never end. I do have a lot of them. I may actually have a bunch of similarly themed games I plan on hitting one after another on Fridays. Keeping to some themes. Although I do need to figure out... Or wait, no. I already know what I'm going to be changing on Monday, since we beat Diluvian Ultra. Where are we? Oh, right, the Soviets here, which is interesting. A few scientists are sitting on small stools, dining and smoking cigarettes, surrounded by a pile of military gear. Next to them, several man-high computers are gently spinning, and 2 or more men are discussing in front of a CRT screen. In English. Ooh, the plot thickens. That's odd. Let's see if we can get in. We continue towards the doors, and the guards quickly draw their Kalashnikov rifles in an unwelcoming move. Stop! Forbidden access! You go! We talk to the person in charge. We need to get inside. Can we talk to someone? The guards exchange a look. Before they can make a move, someone appears from behind the tarps. Ivan. Ah, Farah. I was wondering when you would come visit again. So you're alive then. He jerks back swiftly, taken aback by my comment, but regains his usual composure in an instant. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you wish I wasn't? He smiles, oblivious to our previous encounters. I was joking. We need to get in, Ivan. That's important. He is wearing an army uniform today, a change compared to his usual civilian clothes. Grabbing a pack of cigarettes from his vest pocket, he proceeds to light one. We've had this conversation several times already, my friends. Oh no, not that again. I can't let you in, even if I wanted. He smiles as he says the last words. What a prick. And yet, I feel like he is not trying to piss us off somehow. So nobody except the USSR has access to this discovery then. He nods. It's the property of the people. Just not your people. He laughs. He lets a laugh out. Ha ha. Well, don't make this face, my friends. We did not come all this way for nothing. I have a few answers for you today. Could not tell you before, but since they will be common knowledge soon, let me give you a premiere. He smiles. Take this as a token of the Union's generosity and its desire to work with anyone. Hi, Shrub. I hope you're doing well. I love the little sun hat your character has. It's very cute. 200 tabs of Chrome iced. Does your phone even have any RAM left? Bookmark some of those and close them, dang it! You fool! You mad lad! Let's play as Bullshi? Bullshi? Is that? Hold on. Is that like a joke? Not a portmanteau, but like a a wordplay with Bolshevik. Russian to English. Bullshit. Oh, that's actually a British word. Someone being deliberately uncooperative. Interesting. It just happens to be similar to Bolshevik. Jen's voice resonates in the hall, a surprisingly powerful voice for such a short woman. And absolutely zero diplomatic skills. Sure, we can't die, but I have no wish to be shot at again. The bloody man just laughs again. Come on, Chen, we are in a temple of law. Let's stay civilized. He turns to me. What is with her today? Still mad at me for winning our last poker game? Poker game? What is he talking about? I focus on the matter at hand. Wait, what do you mean a temple of law? He throws his cig on the floor and lights another one, gesturing us to some stools away from the others. From the doors. Indeed, my friends, this place was a tribunal. Or at least, that's what our scientists tell me. He found so many documents. We called the place the Archives. Here to tell us more about these archives? He crosses his right leg over the left and takes a puff before answering. It will take decades to analyze everything in there, even if your Moore guy is right. Gordon Moore, co-founder of Intel, his CPUs are used in a lot of Western equipment. He revised his prediction last year, stating that with Colossus tech, the number of transistors in CPUs would multiply tenfold each year over the next decade. Drove of his passion for fishing, he traveled to Neoproxima and brought back several trophies. Drove? Driven? Probably should be driven by his passion. Interesting. Everything is pristine in there. They built this place to last. As if all this data was meant to be protected. So you have nothing yet. Are you telling me all this fancy tech is for show? Can't crack a few Colossus documents? I don't think a planet you have to crash land on is something you can just drive in. He waves his hand, creating clouds of smoke. There is not much cracking to do. It's just the number of documents in there. What do you mean? Star maps, demographic analysis, transcripts. Wait. What do you mean there's not much cracking to do? Yes. Well, the documents, they are written in English. 19th century English. That's why we have translators here. He points his cigarette to the two men working the computers. Interesting. The aliens recorded their documents in English? Also, am I feel like VTube Studio was stuttering a bit there. That was odd. I'm stunned. In English? Is he joking? Voice encoded, meaning we must listen for hours on end. We are trying to automate the process. What are the records about? What did they say? Are those Colossus's voices? Jen is working hard to hide her excitement. We don't think so. More like a software reconstruction of a human's voice. And what are they saying? He shrugs. Soon we will share some documents soon. As I said, demographic reports, but we don't know who they are counting. Other documents seem to talk in length about the concept of time, the cycle of life, and things like that. Philosophical stuff. Jen gives me a discreet look. Time. You're on the right track then. Even our most optimistic brainiac estimates it will take 200 years to analyze all this. A few to start getting a broad picture. Whew, buddy, we do not have that latitude. You found anything else in there? Some control panel or something? Yes, the judgment toggle. Ah, yes. Let me just toggle this between innocent and guilty. Why do they think it's a tribunal? He casts a glance toward the doors before leaning to respond. I will be honest, friend. That's a stretch. Ivan? Honest? That's new. They found another room, even deeper in the building with some kind of switch in it. Judgment toggle, they called it. It disabled it, and Wait, you weren't there? He shakes his head. No, sadly, I wasn't invited. Officers judge the matter too important for a mere explorers like myself. His smile fades a bit. I can't take that away from him. Ivan has always been passionate about discovery. Just like me. I guess that explains why he's suddenly so talkative. Sticking it to the man. Wait, they disabled the switch? Without knowing its purpose? This could have blown the planet up. Chen had jumped from her stool as soon as Ivan started talking, pacing next to us. He frowns for a moment, as if the idea hadn't occurred to him. I suppose you are right. They thought it would open the sarcophagus. The smile comes back just as fast. But don't worry. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. We sent a few men to the doors, not enough to attract attention, but nothing had changed. The interface stayed dead. The doors stayed shut. Thanks, Ivan. Surprised you told us that much. Ugh. What? He stands up in turn. I said it's nothing. Most info will be public soon. In fact, we have received orders to let other scientists inside the archives, under close surveillance, as a gesture of goodwill towards the UN. Actually, hold on, I haven't read that. The archives. The hidden ruin contains a profusion of Colossus documents, but we don't have time to analyze them. Their content is still cryptic, but it seems though those were clues and exhibits in some kind of trial. I could give you a tour now, I guess. Really? That'd be great. There is nothing there. There is no time. You know, sometimes we get dialogue choices that seem like second person, like they're being narrated to us. I wonder if the Colossi have ascended to a higher state of being. Ascension? Rain World? I start walking towards the doors. I won't be the first in the archives, but close. My mind starts wondering, how does the place look? Rows and rows of interfaces? Bookshelves like structures? Same way like... Do Colossus have some kind of rolling ladders too? No, I guess it'd be as simple as they could make it. There is nothing there. There is no time. Your destiny awaits. The excitement disappears as fast as it came. I stop in my tracks and turn to Chen. Don't think we will learn anything more here. We should check the sarcophagus. She nods. I feel the same. Ivan gives us a surprised look. You sure, comrades? Maybe I appeared disappointed before, but the place is marvelous. We shake our heads in sync and say farewell before starting our long walk back. Is something controlling us? Ooh. What the fuck? Did he make it this? If this place is some kind of tribunal, something or someone was punished. Judgment, Ivan said. Yes, but who? And why storing so much data? in a way we could understand on top of that. They knew we were coming, that's for sure. Maybe they left reasons for this judgment. But why give us a transcript? It happened centuries ago. What did they expect us to do? Maybe, but there's too much data. We'd fall asleep before we found anything. You're right. Let's focus on opening the sarcophagus. Yeah, we're gonna perish. Okay. Oh, we're back with Lousteau. Commandant, the Anotep is ready for descent. I'm leaning against the wall, I'm leaning against the rail guard facing the sea. Neoproxima's small moons are still raining in the sky. Are we doing this again? It feels like we have tried to activate this bloody monument 1,000 times. Commandant? I heard you. I'll be there shortly. Xavier nods, but I can see he is worried. True, I've had trouble sleeping lately. The monument has invaded my sleep, urging me to find a solution to our problems. Yet I know it's not only the 5th time we are trying to activate it. Why am I so fixated on this place? Is old age chewing at my patience? I get on the bridge to salute the crowd, scientists and military personnel alike. Michelle and Bernadette are recording the scene, and I know the importance of a good entrance. I should have asked for some makeup. I'm going to look terrible on screen. But slightly different than last time. This is, mesdames, your attention please. All the audience turns to me. Time to roll. The Anotep is in place. Please keep the room quiet as we start the descent. I stride through the room, posting myself next to the main console and grip the radio in my right hand. Anotep! Anotep, ici Calypso. Do you copy? Calypso, ici Anotep. We copy, over. Perfect. You may start your descent. Good luck, Anotep. I plan taking this descent carefully, not taking the local fauna into account. Why we are doing this at night. A few minutes later, the Anotep is in position. The monument that haunts my dreams appears on the feed, right on schedule. I walk to Dominique, the crew woman in charge of the sonar, just in time to see an oval shape appear on the screen. Commandant. Yes, I know, it's nothing. Just a blip. I walk back to my console. It's a blip on our sonar. You are clear to go. The crew does not hesitate for a minute. Those men would do anything to discover what lies below. If some fools imagine what I'm forcing their hands, they are deeply mistaken. Moments later, 2 men exit the pressurized submarine. The last one staying on board, ready to go and help his crewmate in case of emergency. The men's task is simple. Access the monument's interface and launch the activation procedure. So, it's circling around them. I don't have to look at the sonar to know Xavier's right, and I'm sure more are coming. Don't panic, Henry. You should get a visual soon. Yeah, I see something. The situation is dire, but I can't show any weakness. They all count on me. Don't panic. Focus on the mission, and you'll be fine. It's forcing us down the route this time. We can't pull out. Xavier and Dominique exchange a look, but they know better than discussing my orders. Copy that, sir. It takes almost an excruciating hour, but the 2 divers set up all the necessary gear to analyze the monument's interface. The feed is transferred to the Anotep, and Henry guides the 2 men as they press the facets of a small pyramid. Commandant, the interface is displaying only one message. Go ahead, Henry. Should we sacrifice the future? I turn to Xavier, who raises his shoulders. Go again, Anotep? Was the message, sir? Should we sacrifice the future? That's what it says? Yes, sir. Analysis accuracy. Around 60%. I give a quick look around the bridge. Every last of them is suspended by my words. I let the moment linger for a while. Tension like this is perfect for the theatrics before giving the order. This is your glory. Oh, what if something is sealed away in like a time fold? Oh, fuck. Are we gonna release something? Is Lusta? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Light it up. Copy that. It only takes a few seconds before lands of light start appearing on the monument, pushing the darkness and the shapes on our sonar away. The sphere at the center of the monument starts to shine too, and at this point, the bridge lets out a roar of joy. We did it. We activated this thing. The sphere slowly rotates, and a majestic ray of light surges from it, piercing the night sky. This light is so bright that our cameras struggle, and all our screens turn white snow. People press against the bridge's windows to enjoy that beautiful sight. Commandant, we think the water is warming up. Xavier, serious as always, is still checking our instruments. 24, 28, 35 degrees. Oh, God. I grabbed the radio. Get them out! Henry, get them out! I hear the man shouting on the radio, but it's too late. 60 degrees! On camera, the divers are trying to swim back, but soon they do grotesque gestures before stopping altogether. They got boiled alive in their suits. The crowd, still cheering and watching the ray of light outside, keeps celebrating for a moment. Nobody noticed what was happening on the screens, but my voice wakes them up, and panic ensues. Henry! So hot! I can't... The commands are not responding! Everything seemed fried! As suddenly as it started, the screams stop. All the CRTs in the room switch to static. But panic takes over the bridge right away. A fishing vessel got hit by the laser, and it's catching fire not far from us, the orange flames contrasting against the pure white of the laser. Less than a minute later, the honor tip pierces the water on our starboard. Henry activated the ballast. He may be alive. I want to shout orders left and right. I need to get this under control. But all my energy left me as soon as the beam lit up. Xavier takes over, and I sit on a chair, emptied, contemplating the long night ahead of me. Is there going to be another switch at the sarcophagus? Consider saving Ivan before realizing he does not need our help. Wait, is he automatically surviving? The radio is buzzing, and the French newscaster is seemingly excited about Lousteau's last feast, activating the monument at the bottom of the lake. I stop, my fork halfway to my mouth, the running eggs barely holding, and I give Duncan an interrogating look. Well, this is new. By now, we could probably repeat the French radio station's morning program, word for word. Duncan is right. Lousteau's submarine was not part of it before. Damn it, she is speaking too fast for me. I silence him with my left hand and walk to the radio. My French is rusty, but good enough to get the gist. Lousteau apparently managed to activate the sunken monument in the bay, not far from the Nouveau Continent and the harbor. Seems like it came at a cost, though I'm not sure what the newscaster meant by that. I come back to the table and tell Duncan what I learned. Aye, we should pay him a visit. Yeah, the old man may have helped us without even knowing it. Still, why now? What changed? We changed the past. Because the Nightmare Forest had the past toggle. And so maybe by changing something in the past, events in the past changed, which are now rippling forward. Or I wonder if Lousteau activating it is only in Duncan's side. Or is it in both time loops? We'll have to check. Duncan shrugs. Beats me. But the more loops, the more weird things are happening. He points to the newspaper still folded in Simone's counter. Spaceships pouring in close orbit. This ain't normal. Jen said that the giant FTL drive may have a limited range. It's possible it only impacts Neoproxima. That would explain why more and more ships from the outside are getting stuck in the loop. Oh, that would be trippy. Yeah, but I don't see why Lousteau would change his behavior. So I wonder how this looks from the outside. Maybe the loops deviate just enough for random things like this to happen. I nod, and we quickly finish our food. We finish our food quickly. So it seems that time is of the essence after all. How ironic. Okay, let's get a sandwich. And a quantum compass. And then eat a sandwich. Actually, I want to see if our rumor thing says anything about Ivan and why he's suddenly constantly surviving. He and his team blow up every loop every morning, not far from the octopus. So we already got that. Ivan's dead. This time he's killed by Sonia. His gun's like... We have new memories of Ivan slowly creeping into our brains. Chen thinks that, like the vault, the black building was shielded from the passage of time. Disabling the power station in the present apparently disabled it in the past. No more power station, no mushrooms. No mushrooms, no explosives. Which means Ivan may be alive. Ivan is alive and well, working in the jungle's ruin. I see. Interesting. Okay, so the effects of our changes in the past are having having some interesting effects into the future. It's Snake Ears. Yes. Long. Oi, you see this beam? Yeah. Looks a lot like the one we saw after powering the monument. That must be Lousteau's doing then. Better go and take a look. But first, the sarcophagus. The doors. Era, the interface on the monument. Yeah, I saw that too. Launch analysis. Might be how the alien tech works. Anti-clockwards time space. I mean, it seemed like for some reason it mentioned that the space was somehow isolated from the time loop effect. So it's just kind of Past is favored, future was sacrificed. Well, I suppose that's good, right? We did not touch a thing. No, but Lousteau did. I'm pretty sure that's all him. Present is still real. A judgment was made. Oh. Okay, so the spiral place was the bottom one, judgment. Had to have been. Lousteau was the future. But where is present? That's what Ivan was talking about. I nod. He was right. I don't know what they did exactly, but they're closer to opening the doors. He crosses his beefy arms. Well, that's that then. Okay. Now let's head to Lusto. And see what changes. Interesting, because whenever we did, it seemed like there was other options in solving the mushroom situation. Because it talked a couple times of like, man, if only we had some other way of doing this. So that's why I thought like I would need to go there with Chen, because she's the more techie, and I would possibly have something else I could do. Okay. First, let's get some food. Find something to eat. Eat the broth. Leave. To Lusto's. Lusto's office. Monsieur Lusto, he is busy at this moment. Eyes riveted to his typewriter, the portly man punctuated each word with the clacking from his keyboard. When will he be available? We'd like to talk to about the beam coming from the lake. It is better not to talk at this. Not after what happened last night. Many good people lost. Oh, I understand, but we still need to talk to him. The sound of the machine stops, and the bald man scratches his fluffy brown mustache before turning his chair to face us. Right, in his office then. But please, be kind with him, yes? He turns back to his report, the mechanical rhythm again filling the hallway. We knock on the door and enter after hearing a soft answer from inside. The view on the lake is as beautiful as usual, even more so now that the massive light beam casts lights on the lake, playing with the waves' shadows to create a moving painting. Lusto is sitting behind his desk, looking outside, slowly smoking on his pipe. He looks tired. Commandant, we had a curious interaction with Paul this morning. He squinted his eyes. I know how to speak. I can say words. His squinted eyes look bigger through his thick, round glasses. Huh? The octopus that lives at Simone's and Kairos? Ah, oui! Aha! A funny specimen! It seems smarter than it should. What happened to it? He brushes our concern aside with an arm gesture. Nothing really interesting. Do you hear of genetics as a science? I nod in agreement, and Duncan shakes his head. Just the basis. Some MIT folk playing with mice DNA a few years back. Rudolf Yeznik. So you've been conducting genetics research here then? Rudolf Yeznik, a biology professor at MIT, he pioneered the transgenic science by creating the first transgenic mammals in 1974. Since then, genetics has taken a huge leap forward thanks to Colossus Tech. Rudolf Yeznik. Rudolf Yeznik. I see. Pioneer transgenic science. The way in which animals' genetic makeup is altered, focused on creating gene-modded mice to study cancer, epigenetic reprogramming, and neurological diseases. Huh, interesting. Yes, and Paul was the subject. When we no longer needed it, we gave it to Simone. It fit our establishment's theme. The experiments, it changed it? Made it smarter? No, nothing like that. In fact, it's mostly a normal octopus. Takes a puff from his pipe. I would not have risked government secrets. What happened last night? I heard you made some scientific breakthroughs last night, Commandant? Tight-lipped, with foggy eyes and a messy look. Out of character for him. He looks outside by the windows. Did he hear me? I repeat my question. Yes, I heard you the first time. We activated the monument at the bottom of the lake. I thought this would open the sarcophagus. I was so sure of it. What happened? He heads back to sit at his desk and places his head on his fists, eyes shut. I pushed too far and lost 2 friends. That's what happened. The monument activated as planned, but the beam of light, the laser, I don't know what to call it. It was more powerful than we anticipated. Cooked my friends in the blink of an eye and destroyed the ship. Several local fishermen perished, burned, or eaten alive by the vermin. And for what? Nothing! The sarcophagus is still closed! And yet part of me feels like I did what I was supposed to, even if the proofs say otherwise. He opens his eyes and looks straight at us. A tired look. An old man's look. Something's off. I don't know what, Farah, but it's like I can see clearly now. Like a veil has been lifted. But why? And why now? I will find out. He turns back to the windows. But not today. Today, Amun. If there's nothing else, please. I'd rather be alone. We can go to the labs. Nope. Okay. I think there's one more place to the south. Can't save him anymore. It's kind of annoying. Might as well as explore the map. Nope. I guess we're hitting a border up there. Or are we? The hills have pies. I know there's another artifact place that was noted by the flying ship. I think it's towards the south, though. Can we come back at night? Aw, they're out of soup. What if we check the docks? Doesn't look like anything is new. Nothing new with that. We head to HQ and visit Lousteau again. No. Alright, I guess we gotta reset loop. One of the terrible things about this loop is that I never seem to sleep. As soon as I let myself go to the Sandwalker's sweet embrace, I end up opening my eyes in the octopus, hangover as hell. They say that sleeping is the utmost importance because it cleans your brain. I'm starting to fear that mine is getting really dirty. I mean, that's the only explanation for what we are seeing right now. Paul is putting one last red pebble in place at the bottom of his aquarium, in an empty spot between seaweeds. A last pebble to finalize something that clearly looks like the letter S, which by itself could be a coincidence. If the letter was not the final one, if a full sentence, "Et is moi et je vous adresse," Help me, and I will help you. The octopus is too smart! The smell of onions frying in butter fills the room, and the little squid looks at me, stuck in the glass, as Chen comes back from the bathroom. I show her the words, and for one instant, we struggle to find ours. Whoa, this can't be a coincidence, right? No, I don't think so. So, a time loop, and now Paul is starting a writing career. What's next? I'm not sure I want to know. But didn't do that before. The previous loops, I mean. Acted weirdly sometimes, but no, it never wrote us anything. Oh, that's exciting. We should ask Simone or Listo if we have the time. I look at her, and she laughs before heading to the kitchen. Time? Well, that we have plenty of. Well, nothing to do but eat.